I wrote Structural Combat, and today I want to read some of it to you. Back to Arcane. It is soon... No, oops. What's so perfect about introducing the story in this way is it reveals a strong metaphor for class divide. Zaun is effectively redlined to live beside the factories and mines. This makes the air quality so poor that whenever enforcers enter the city, they wear gas masks. This shows that the structure of their society sees the laborers as second-class citizens unworthy of living with access to clean air. We learn of the two leaders of the failed revolution. One, Vander, who we saw put down his weapons and carry the girls, now makes peace deals with law enforcement to protect his part of town from state enforcers. He believes compromising liberation for peace is the best that can be done for the people of the underclass. The other, Silco, after the failed revolution, sought to increase his political power and influence by becoming a crime boss, selling drugs, extorting labor, and smuggling contraband to Piltover. He is introduced to us as a clear and obvious villain. However, the more light shed on him, the more you understand his immoral behavior to be an obsession with attaining enough power to force the liberation of Zaun. Both are controversial figures. Silco for obvious reasons. Vander is largely beloved as he is a gentle protector of the people of his neighborhood. However, those who demand the independence of Zaun see him as a traitor for making compromises with the enemy, which will not lift the people out of poverty. It should be clear that Vander is a perfect example of maladaptive pacifism. For as long as the structural violence of the class apartheid structure, capitulation to it cannot liberate those oppressed by it. Since the status quo is one that is not only brutally structurally violent, the class divide is upheld by combatants. Because Vander does not apply pressure to change the apartheid, we get a glimpse into how systematically load-bearing maladaptive pacifism is, because keeping the peace with a failed status quo offers no solutions to the problems the people of Zaun face. Though I mentioned earlier that there are strategies that are not uses of force, which can fight for liberation, the canon of Arcane shows that counter-violence is inevitable due to the following factors. Zaunites have no right to a trial and can be indefinitely incarcerated at the whims of the enforcers. Couple this with the fact that the council are only representatives who create policy, and none of them represent Zaun. All of the policymakers are stakeholders in the perpetuation of the poverty which is forced upon the people of Zaun. This means that there is no way to appeal to the decision makers, the structural combatants of the council, and any civil disobedience may cost someone their future. Force becomes the only way toward liberation.